Yeah, we could get into the songs, I guess.
Let's do it.
Because I was going to say we could talk about BJ Barham and all that stuff, but we can do it while we're talking about the songs, because all the songs are going to touch on.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing I love is just like Evan Felker, just like Stapleton or other artists that we talk about that are amazing writers, BJ Barham is an amazing songwriter.
Yeah.
Like, his songwriting is so great. And we were actually listening to the music video for Man I'm Supposed to Be. And before it, he talks about, or was it Man I'm Supposed to Be? Yeah, no.
I thought that was Family Problems.
Family Problems, that's it. He was talking about how he likes depressing songs. He doesn't need to hear happy songs. He likes hearing people like express themselves in their music.
The things that people don't want to talk about with each other.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we've said so many times on this podcast is the sad songs are the best songs because they come from the heart. They're the most personal songs.
Yep.
Like, I don't need you to tell me how drunk you got last Friday on a truck.
But let me tell you.
Yeah. And how hot that girl in her cut-off jeans chugging Fireball was.
Painted on.
Like Susie Savage. That's a great story for another time. Maybe we'll save that story for St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like he just hits the nail on the head of just like, no, music is meant to be. It talks about pain. It talks about things that people don't want to talk about, and it's just amazing music. I might even put the clip of them talking in
AKA,
but
sad songs are the best songs.
Yes, exactly.
Like we've been saying.
But yeah, so we can just hop into the top 10 then.
Let's do it.
So number 10 is I'm Sorry I Ruined Everything.
And you said that I ruined everything tonight. You said that I ruined everything. Well, I'm sorry I ruined your night. I'm sorry I ruined those years. I'm sorry I ruined everything.
If you can't tell from the name of the song,
It's uplifting.
it's the happiest song ever. It's the first, not the first track, or maybe, I don't remember. It's from their first album, at least, and it's 7 minutes long, but it's...
Well, it's 7 minutes long, but it's a full 2.5 before you
before he starts singing, really.
And it's not like a normal intro where I feel like it's like
a piano intro that cuts to a song.
Yeah, but like when I think of an intro that's like long and just like I think of why can't I think of the Eric Church song? Devil with whatever the fuck the intro is. Like it's an intro that is very clearly like an intro. This legitimately kind of sounds like at any moment they're going to start the song and then they just don't.
This wasn't on Kevin's Top 10. It was on mine. But pretty much the song, if you can't really get the hint, it's just a guy talking about how after the breakup, he's just like, well, I'm sorry that I fucked everything up. Like, I ruined everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, I just really like it because it's kind of one of those... He has a lot of those songs that are kind of self-deprecating of just like... Where I know we've talked about this before, how a lot of country songs, they make it seem like I'm the good guy and you fucked up.
Crazy person. And
yeah, but he has a lot of songs where it's just like, I know I have issues and I'm the one that messed this all up and I'm sorry about that. And so this is one of those kind of songs and I really enjoy it. But number 9 is Burn, Flicker, Die.
A whiskey on the rocks and Adderall. A whiskey on the rocks and Adderall. We're no different than neon lights. We turn us on, we stay up all night. We do what we can, we put up a fight. We burn too long, we flicker and die.
Or burn, dot, flicker, dot, die.
I remember the first time I saw this like album cover and like the way that it's written and everything, I assumed that it must be like mid-2000s punk rock music. Because with the title like that and having like the dots, I was like, this is certainly a guy who is just doing angsty punk rock.
But
it was not.
But actually, before we even get into the song itself, this is the titular track of the album Burn, Flicker, Die. And it was, I remember reading, I could get some of these facts wrong, so I apologize. But I do remember reading one of his Instagram posts. If you don't, follow him on Instagram, because he posts because if you don't know, BJ Barham is over 3.5-ish years sober. Mm-hmm. And so he posts a lot of really cool inspirational stuff on it. And I remember one of them was about Burn, Flicker, Die, and how when they put this album out, they were broke. Like, no one was buying their records. No one gave a crap who they were. And so they were set, like, the album was meant to be titled after their career, where they burned, flickered, and died. Like, no one gave a shit about them. They just let their career die, and they're all going to give up. But then this album ended up selling really well, and it came back, and obviously then Wolves came out, and now they have another one coming out later this year, and he has a solo album, yada, yada. But yeah, so that album was supposed to be like their final, just kind of like, all right, this is us, we're done, this is what we're giving you, and then we're walking away. And so I really like that kind of meaning behind the album. But the song itself is more about, I mean, it is a little bit about their music.
I think that theme shines through to the song itself, but I think it's also just about, because with the line of, like, we burn, it's like, what did we burn too bright and flicker and die?
Yeah.
And so, like, I think that part of it is also more of just a self-destructive way of, like, the Icarus flying too close to the sun kind of idea, too.
Yeah, and it's a great song, and it's a great album. But
and it is not punk rock.
Kevin is wrong.
Turns out.
Wrong.
Turns out. Who knew?
But number 8 is Family Problems.
And I was raised on like country music, and I was raised on soul music. My mother loved Stax and Motown, and my dad loved the outlaw movement. My dad loved Waylon and Merle and Willie, and there was no hidden message there. It was all fastballs down the middle. I'm going to say what I mean. And the same way goes for all those old soul songs. You know, they weren't hiding anything. It was, baby, I love you. Like, all those big, great songs. And I was raised on music that came from a very honest place. Like everybody, I've had really, really bad experiences, and I've had really good experiences. It just so happens that I can't write about the good experiences. I'm really bad. You know, the Beatles wrote all the happy songs. You know, from here on out, for me, it's just I write a bunch of really depressing, sad songs about stuff. You know, it's one of those things where I don't want to hear about how happy people are, but I love hearing how sad people are. And my favorite songwriters are just depressing human beings, and it's what I write. You know, I'm happy. I've been married for almost a year. The band's doing well. I don't have much to complain about anymore, but I find that there is a lot more people relate to the sadder side of the human experience than they do the happy side. Even the happy people are smiling to hide something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, most of the people we know are going through some next level heavy shit, and it's, you know, people like hearing songs about the stuff that they can't talk about. You know, the wife leaving them, or the wife cheating on them, or the shitty job, or being in your mid-20s and having no idea what you want to do with your life. You know, people relate to those songs, and so I'm going to keep writing them.
This town has got a way of sucking you in, chewing you up, just to spit you back out again. I ain't getting any younger. Every day's an uphill battle, staring down the barrel of the choices that I made. So I hope you understand that I'm a broken man. But if you take my hand,
This is the one that we were talking about how he introed it with the...
Yeah. And
Actually, I'll probably right there is where I'll put the clip in for him talking about it. But
what a great clip.
yeah, that was great. Yeah, this song, it's...
I mean, I think it's just kind of about these like hereditary and not so much hereditary, but like behavioral type things that are just kind of passed down, that just like keeping with the self-destructive nature of things.
Yeah, it's kind of coming from a broken home, because I know there's the line of him saying like, I'm like my mother's brother or whatever, and she calls me crying saying like, please stop doing like these destructive things.
Yeah, and so it's just this I mean, kind of, like you said, broken home, and he's talking about how he's got these traits in him that he's obviously not proud of.
Yeah.
And it's not even that he wants to do these things, but they're just there.
Yeah, it's kind of the addictive personality thing. And obviously, as a guy who's 3 years sober, obviously he had a quite...
and it's just, and with the idea of just kind of being surrounded by the negativity finally leaked into him kind of thing, too. Which is really an uplifting message.
Yeah, he's... I don't know if we have any happy songs on this list, actually.
Nope.
But yeah, anyway. Number 7 is Betting Man.
They cut me deep like a lock blade knife. Yeah, they cut me to the bone. But you can only cut a man so deep, he's gonna wash his head. I wash my hands of you and me, and what it is we used to be. But if I was a betting man, well, I'd throw everything I had on you. I ain't a betting man. God only knows I'm a betting man.
Wasn't this kind of...
It's a Kenny. It's a Kenny Rogers song.
Isn't this where he's just like, I bet it all on you, or like, if I was a betting man, I don't remember what the line is.
No, it's the opening line of the song is "Why I drank myself asleep."
Oh yeah, no. Why do I feel like he says something that sounds uplifting?
I think you're thinking of the Man I'm Supposed to Be.
That could be it.
Yeah, that's a happy song. No, this one is it is in a way of saying if I was a betting man, I'd throw everything on you, like I would put it all on you. So it is in that way, but it's definitely a lot of like, I've done like really bad shit. I go to bed drunk. I wake up and want to drink more and type that kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's a breakup song. And so it's just like, he'd throw everything on her, but it'd be kind of like a losing fight, because the opening verse is I drank myself asleep and then I woke up with a stranger, but I thought of it as you and me, and that kind of that kind of thing. And yeah, so it's definitely not a happy song.
So close.
But yeah, you're probably thinking of Man I'm Supposed to Be, which is the next song, number 6, The Man I'm Supposed to Be.
Nobody's ever called me a good man, and that's alright by me. Just as long as you call me your man, that's the only man I ever want to be.
This song, it's one of those, it's a good love song where it's this guy, he's like, I'm not the man, or I'm not going to solve the world's problems. I'm not going to be a superhero, because that's not the man I'm supposed to be. The man I'm supposed to be is your man. Like,
yeah.
You being with you, that's the man I'm supposed to be. And that kind of, and it's just, that's, so, all right, yes, we do have not all happy songs. Because, it's just a really good, love song, and really enjoy it. That's why we put it on the list. And and the other thing is, it's not only is that the man I'm supposed to be, it's the only man I want to be. Like, I don't need to be any of that stuff. All I want to be is yours. And so, yeah, it's a really good love song. Mm-hmm. Number 5, Lonely Ain't Easy.
9 years of my life that I'll never get back. Ain't it funny how the good times never outweigh the bad? That diamond couldn't cut through all the problems we had. I was always gone, she was all alone. What chance did we have? 'Cause lonely ain't easy, lonely ain't kind, but lonely won't leave me. She's a good friend of mine.
Kevin, this one's on yours.
No. No.
What it is it's about how easy it is to be single.
Turns out, so easy. Well, I feel like the headline of it, or the headline.
Yes, the headline of this newspaper that we were reading.
The title, lets you know it's being alone, and he's saying that it's not easy.
Yeah, it's just pretty much talking about how the girl walked out on him, and it's like, lonely's not easy, it's not kind, it's not leaving me alone, it's just...
Yeah, it's
whooping my ass. It's not an easy thing to feel.
And the I don't know, my brain is broken on trying to
Kevin, just
say the words that I'm trying to say.
Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you get to check out of the
later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That was fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a great song. It's a sad song, and I feel like lonely ain't easy. That kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
He used a lot of words and descriptions to describe that idea.
Yeah.
Throughout the song.
Yes.
And I'm tired.
It's been a long week. At least you don't still have to work 20 more hours this week.
Yeah.
Unlike me.
Yeah.
And it's Thursday.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this at another time. It is Thursday, and I have 20 more hours to go.
I certainly have never felt that before.
Yeah, well... you didn't also not bitch about it the whole time either.
Mm-hmm. Now you see? Now you see? Do you see now? Nope. Now you see?
I'm also making a lot less than you did doing that.
True. But I had to think the whole time, too.
Yeah. I don't like using my brain. I graduated college, so I wouldn't have to anymore.
Is that line from the Simpsons movie where it's just like, I came here to lead, not to read.
I know it's from The Simpsons. I don't remember if it's from...
Just like
they
give him like 3 plans, and he's just like, describe them to me. I didn't. I'm here to lead, not to read.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What a great movie. Yeah, anyway. Number 4, Losing Side of 25.
Every night we're drinking in dive bars and dance halls. They're all at that age where they're all having babies and picking out the nursery color walls. They all ask me how I'm doing. I just smile and realize that although it was kind to me, my youth is all behind me. Now I'm on the losing side. The losing side of 25.
We put this song on here purely because it's Kevin's birthday and he's now on the losing side of 25.
Literally today,
yeah,
I am now on the losing side.
But this song,
damn it.
This was the first one that I heard by American Aquarium because, yeah, I am somewhat new to them. I've only been listening to them for a few years. But, actually, that's a a lot of country with us now because we just, especially in this last year doing this podcast and everything, we've discovered so much new music.
We're going on 3 years though, right? I would imagine.
For what?
Just because I'm thinking more of
just when we started
listening to like our world was expanded when we like really started using Spotify.
Probably, yeah,
so I think that was
2014.
Yeah,
maybe.
so like
it's been a little while.
5, 11, 19.
Well, I got Spotify.
26.
I got Spotify in 2012 because it was while I was still interning at the place. I remember the day I signed up for premium because my coworker told me to sign up for it.
I don't remember.
It was like 2013 or something. So it's been a while. But I don't know. But it was when we started using the Discover playlist, not even. Well,
and starting to really getting into the artists that I had never heard of at all.
Yeah. But yeah, Losing Side of 25, it's just this awesome song, kind of like how people are kind of telling him that he's wasting his life trying to do this band thing, and he's kind of wasting his years, and now he's still, as he's saying, acting, he's still living the life of a younger man. He's on the losing side of 25.
Yeah.
Like he should be, like his parents are saying, don't throw your life away, go and get a job that pays. Like we know you tried.
My favorite part is that line right there where they're just like, we're proud of you. We know that you tried, but just get a real job and give up on this thing.
And then after that, he just goes like, no, I have a girl who loves me. I have these songs. Like, that's all I need. I don't need to be a millionaire. He even says like, I might never own me a home. Like, he has all these lines of just like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be this rich person probably, but I'm doing what I like, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. And so it's I guess it's somewhat sad because there's like, because
it's not sad when you think about knowing now that he's actually succeeding.
Well, yeah, true.
But
now that
from the perspective of him as, in his early 30s and not doing well.
Yeah, actually, when I was looking through his Instagram earlier, I stumbled on a picture of him from, I think he said it was 2010.
He used to have shaggy hair, and it did not look good.
Yeah, he's shaggier hair, and he was a little fatter because that's when he was drinking a lot. He said he's lost like a bunch of. I mean, you could tell he's a lot skinnier.
He's real skinny.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight since he stopped drinking. So I guess I'll stop drinking.
Never.
Yeah. But the picture was him in front of the Alamo. I think it was 2010.
Did he remember it?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
He said it was the first time they played San Antonio, and the night before they played at some bar that he said only one person showed up to, and halfway they left because they thought they were a different band. They thought it was like American something, not American Aquarium. So like the person showed up, was like, oh, I don't like these, and then they left. And so they played a show to no one. And he said the next day he was so broke after that show because they didn't make any money that he wanted to go see the Alamo, but he couldn't afford to get in, so he just took a picture in front of it instead. And I was just like, damn, that's like deep. Like
that sucks.
Yeah, and then there was another one from a couple years ago where he said they were in St. Louis, and it was just a picture of them like dancing in front of the Ark, and it's just like we couldn't afford to get into the Ark, so instead we just got drunk and danced around it instead. And it's just like it's so crazy to think like that they had to go. I mean, obviously a lot of bands have to go through being nobodies before they make it, but like just him showing that stuff of like all the addiction he had and all like the struggles they had to get through it, and so it's awesome that they're making it now because like shit, when they performed at Medicine Stone, everyone was going crazy listening to them.
Yeah, and I as it's one of those things where as much as it sucks for them to go through it, it really does lead to so much better music when someone has a really rough life that they can reflect upon and put into their songs.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing it for me.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's the first song I heard. I love that
but then
song.
Speaking of people going apeshit at Medicine Stone.
Oh yeah,
for number 3.
Yeah, number 3. I hope he breaks your heart.
So I hear you're with another man. Hell, I'm doing the best that I can. You fuck like a woman, but you love like a little girl. And I hope he breaks your heart.
the amount of people and the volume of people screaming when it was the "I hope he breaks your
chorus,
heart" part, and he would flip the microphone around out to the crowd, and everyone would just go ape shit. Then he'd flip it back to him, and he'd sing some more. And he'd flip the microphone back out towards the crowd, and it was amazing because I liked this song, obviously loved this song before that moment, but then hearing it live, I was like, okay, no, I like this even more now.
Yeah. So if you don't know, obviously we just heard the song, but the song itself is just like he's singing pretty much to a girl who dumped him for another guy, and so it's just like, well, I hope he fucks you over.
Yeah.
I hope he makes you feel how you made me feel. Like it's just kind of like Sympathy or Too Good to Call, like those kinds of songs, and it's just such a great.
I don't wish everything
yourself.
well for you. I don't wish you the best. I legitimately, because he ends it with, I hope you feel the way that I do right now. And just like, fuck you.
Yeah,
feel this pain.
Yeah, I love it. It's just a go screw yourself song. But what's not a good screw yourself song is number 2, Unfortunate Kind.
It was a good time, just a bad decision. We were all wrapped up with the best intentions. You were out of my league, and I was running out of time to string together words that were gonna make you mine. Ain't it funny how it all works out? Ain't it funny how it all works out? Ain't it funny how every now and then the unfortunate kind get lucky sometimes?
This song is from his
Serious bummer.
Yeah, this song is from his solo album, which for some reason I still can't think of what the fucking song the album's called. But it's amazing. This is obviously our number 2 favorite song. It's just this incredibly depressing story of a guy who asks out a girl who's way out of his league.
Yeah, Rockingham. Did you say Rockingham before?
I think it did, yeah.
That's what I thought it was. But there's a road that's Rockingham in Davenport, and I was just like, is it really the same name? Is that road?
Yeah.
And then that was stuck in my head, and I was like, is that really it?
I didn't realize it until I was listening through all the music again. There are 2 songs that I think only 2, on Rockingham that are from older albums, Water in the Well and Reedsville. Those are both on older albums, and they're both fantastic. I think I like them more actually on the Rockingham album because they're a little more country on it, and I really like that. But but Unfortunate Kind, it's just it's the story of this guy who falls for a girl who's way out of his league, and and he even has the line like, your parents said we'd never see our first anniversary. Like, there's no way we're going to do this. But instead, they last 39 years. And then, of course, it gets to the depressing part of then you get sick, I lose you, and now I'm just haunted by the memory of you. And it's...
Because the thing that I love about the way that this song is crafted is, like, it's just like guitar and him singing for the most part anyway. But when it gets to the part where she gets sick and passes away, it's like... I feel like there's like pretty decent pauses where there's like not a lot of sound at all, and you're just sitting there like stuck with the words that he just said. And you're like, wow.
You can just hear the emotion in this song. Like we said, he's not the best singer, but so you can kind of hear him go off key a little sometimes when singing these songs, but it just kind of adds to the emotion of like it's just tearing him up so much that he
sounds like a guy legitimately who's like going through this and is like at the bar that you're at singing it to you, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. This song is... I learned how to play it the other day, and I was just like, this song is...
The song reminds me of Elephant by Jason Isbell.
Yeah. That's a fair comparison.
Comparisizing.
Comparison? Epitome of hyperbole.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just... Yeah. But number 1 is a song we talked about in the Josh Turner... episode, so we'll just pause here and go back and listen to it. Welcome back. That was a great episode. Number 1 is Jacksonville.
Well, it's hard to stay inside when the bar calls your name. And pretty soon this hotel room is gonna drive me insane. So I'm gonna hit the streets tonight and make my way towards the neon lights and order a drink and a downtown dive till I forget my name. And if I make it out alive, I'll call, you know I will. If I can just survive one more night in Jacksonville.
This song is just... on the Josh Turner episode, as you all just heard, when you went back to listen to it, this was...
You better go back.
Yeah, what the hell? You asked the question, which is better, Josh Turner's or American Aquariums? I don't remember what we answered.
I think we answered this one, but it was a bit of a moment of thinking.
And after going and listening through this, I was just like... No, yeah, this is 100 times better. I mean, the Josh Turner one's a great love song.
Because it's a happy song. It can't win because it's a happy song.
But this song is just amazing. And when he played this at Messin Stone, I lost my shit because I was like, this was a song, because as they're, famous in the South, in Texas or from Carolina, like they're in that kind of realm. I don't know. I never know what like singles are, because occasionally, you'll see the hot Texas country.
Oh yeah,
someone
I still
share
have
it,
no clue about.
And then you're like, oh, I didn't know that was a single. I didn't know that was on the radio. But so with Jacksonville, I never knew if this was like a B-side or a single or anything. And so when he played it, I was just like, oh hell yeah, like I love this song. I even tweeted at him, I'm like, thanks for playing that song, and they liked it and retweeted it or whatever. But yeah, this is just this amazing song of a guy who's out on the road, and if he just survives like the crippling loneliness, like. He talks about how, the cocaine wakes me up, the pills they bring me back down, and at the end of the night, the drugs are the only ones that stick around. Like it's just this, it's like the telling the loneliness on the road of is battling an addiction and all that. And so it ends with kind of, if I make it out of this alive, I'm going to come back to you. If I just need to survive Jacksonville, like type thing. And so it's kind of an uplifting song of he wants to make it back to his, significant other, but at the same time, it's just
other than the preface of if I make it out alive.
Yeah, if it's just it's just a struggling song. And that's the thing I love, because BJ Barham, with his firsthand experience of, alcohol addiction, is that these songs, you can just tell that he's put his heart and soul into these songs, and that they're just like Evan Felker's an amazing songwriter, like in terms of storytelling, but BJ Barham, I feel like he's just the best at expressing his own emotion. Yeah,
because I think about BJ Barham when I think about Travis Meadows, because Travis Meadows actually was on Dan Patrick's show apparently this morning.
Really?
I listened to the interview because apparently Dan Patrick met Jake Owen, and Jake Owen told him if he likes country music, he should listen to Travis Meadows.
Damn right, Jake Owen.
Thought that was badass. But hearing him
Jake Owen, you should have us on your podcast.
Yeah. But when he was talking to Dan Patrick, when Travis Meadows was talking to Dan Patrick about his songs, I was thinking about this podcast that we're doing right now, because that was earlier today.
What?
And just hearing him talk about his life and what went into the songs, and I was in this place, and this is what I was thinking of, and that's what led to this song. I'm like, you can tell that with BJ Barham's songwriting. Oh, yeah. You can tell that it's coming from a place that I was here, and so this is what I was feeling, and this is what I was doing.
I've been in this hole.
Exactly. It's not just, I'm going to write a song from the perspective of a drunk guy and try to imagine what they would be imagining as they are, flushing their life down the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so yeah, that's what our choice for the top 10 American Aquarium and BJ Barham songs. If you have anything you think we should have talked about, then tweet at us and we'll talk about it next week or something. But